And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw it was good. Genesis 1:10. God truly is magnificent, powerful, and source of love. Let us thank Him always in everything we receive every day. Before we start our lesson for today, let us have our review of the past lesson, and it is all about the three types of plate interaction. The first type is the converging plate boundaries, which is classified into three. The first one is continental versus oceanic, that produces subduction zone, earthquake, mountain ranges, and formation of volcano. The second type is continental versus continental, that produces earthquake, mountain ranges, plateau, and the third type is oceanic versus oceanic, which produces volcanic island arc, subduction zone, earthquake, and tsunami. Next is diverging plate boundaries, that produces mid-ocean ridge, rift valley, earthquake, and lastly, the transformed plate boundaries, that produces displaced rivers, displaced roads, and an earthquake. For today's video, we are going to tackle about continental drift theory. I'm your teacher, Sir Guetta. For the objective of this lesson, we will first determine the continental drift theory by Alfred Wegener and cite evidences of the Wegener continental drift theory. Let us have our pre-assessment activity. Kindly get your notebook for your answers. Choose the letter of the best answer. Number 1. Which of the following does not support continental drift theory? Letter A. Continental fitting. Letter B. Similarity of species. Letter C. Similarity of climate. And letter D. Magnetic reversal. The correct answer is similarity of climate. Number 2. What is the mechanism that makes the continents move? Letter A. Conduction. Letter B. Magnetism. Letter C. Convection. D. Radiation. The correct answer is conduction. Number 3. What two land masses fit together? Letter A. North America and Antarctica. Letter B. South America and Africa. Letter C. North America and India. Letter D. South America and Australia. The correct answer is South America and Africa. Number 4. Which of the following supports seafloor spreading theory? Letter A. Creation of new rocks at the mid-ocean ridge. Letter B. Drifting of the tectonic plates. Letter C. Extinctions of species. And letter D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. And finally, for number 5, what is the possible explanation of the coexistence of Glossopteris in India and Antarctica? Letter A. Cross-pollination through the wind. Letter B. Cross-pollination through animals. Letter C. Two places were once situated in the same hemisphere. Or letter D. None of the above. The correct answer is two places were once situated in the same hemisphere. Congratulations! Let us now proceed. We are now ready for our lesson for today. And it is about continental drift theory by Alfred Wegener. Let us first know who Alfred Wegener is. He earned his PhD in astronomy at University of Berlin in 1904, but his interest is mostly focused on geophysics. He noticed that distribution of terrestrial organisms could only exist if these continents were joined together. That led him to publish the book, The Origin of Continents in 1912, and The Origin of Continents and Ocean in 1915. He is also known the father of plate tectonics. Wegener believed that continents are once joined together in a single landmass, and it is shown in the following pictures. To support the idea of continental drift theory, let us notice the following evidences. Number 1. The continental jigsaw puzzle. Number 2. The fossils. Number 3. Rocks and mountain ranges. 4. Coal deposits. 5. The sea floor spreading. And lastly, magnetic reversal. The first evidence is the continental jigsaw puzzle. According to plate tectonic theory, that the continents are once connected together in a huge supercontinent called Pangaea, which is surrounded by a huge body of water called Pantalassa. After million years ago, the Pangaea started to break apart to two continents known as Laurasia and Gondwanaland. The slow movement continued for millions of years to form the continents such as South America, North America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, India, and Eurasia, until it formed the present position of the 7 known continents, namely Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, North America, and South America. That is the reason why some continents seems to be part of a jigsaw puzzle. Just for example, the Africa and South America, and also India, Antarctica, and Australia. Another evidence are the fossils found in different continents. Just like Cynognathus that can be found in Africa, South America. This animal is a land animal, therefore it cannot transfer from one continent to another through water. The second one is the Lystrosaurus. It is also a land animal that cannot swim, but has found in continents of Africa, India, and also Antarctica. Another land animal is the Mesosaurus, which was found in South America and Africa. And the Glossopteris plant, which was found in the continents of Australia, Antarctica, Africa, and South America. The third evidence is found in rocks and mountain ranges. Just like the Caledonian Mountains from Scotland make a perfect pair with Appalachian Mountain in the United States. When measured and put into map, these mountains contains nearly identical rocks and structures. The next evidence is found in coal deposits. In tropical regions, in the equator, where climate is temperate and perfect in flourishing vegetation, coal deposits are mostly found. But Wegener also found traces of coal in Antarctica. This led to the theory that Antarctica was once positioned much closer to the equator. One example is the bituminous coal, which is made up of plant remains that are not suited to live in very cold areas. Wegener proposed that Antarctica drifted away from equator towards South Pole. During this process, vegetation was compacted under ice and became suited to form bituminous coal. The next is seafloor spreading. Seafloor spreading is a geologic process in which tectonic plates split apart from each other. This is the result of convection current underneath the crust. The seafloor spreading was hypothesized by Harry H. Hess in 1960. According to him, molten materials from Earth mantle continuously swells up along the mid-ocean ridge that winds for approximately 80,000 kilometers. As the molten materials reach the ocean floor, it cools down. That creates younger ocean floor, and the flow of materials is thought to bring about the movement of drifting apart of the continents. The mid-Atlantic ridge is believed to be moving away from each other with a rate of 1 to 2 centimeters per year, while in Pacific Ocean, the ocean floor is plunged down towards the Earth's mantle, dissolving all the rocks back to molten rocks. This is called subduction process. And the last evidence is about magnetic reversal. Also known as magnetic flip, is a process by which the North Pole is transformed into South Pole and vice versa. In the last 10 million years, there have been, on average, 4 or 5 reversals per million years. In 1970s, scientists discovered the magnetic signature emanating from the ocean crust. They found out a series of invisible magnetic stripes of normal and reverse polarity. The normal and reverse polarity occurs when lava gets erupted from mid-ocean ridge and cooled down to form rocks. As they cool down, they become permanently magnetized according to the Earth's magnetic field. As the Earth's magnetic field reverses, the solidified rocks forms a symmetric pattern of magnetic stripes of opposite polarity on either side of the mid-ocean ridge. The magnetic patterns led to recognize the occurrence of sea floor spreading. Let us wrap up our learnings for today by going back to the 6 evidences. The first one is the continental jigsaw puzzle, where we can see that continents are fitted to one another just like the jigsaw puzzle. Next, the occurrences of the fossil, where one organism that is found in one continent is also found in another continent. Rocks and mountain ranges. Rock structures and formation is the same from one continent to another. The coal deposit. Coal deposits are found in Antarctica. Seafloor spreading at the mid-ocean ridge. And magnetic reversal also because of the changing magnetic field of the Earth. To measure our learnings for today, let us have our post-assessment activity. Please be ready with your notebook for your answers. Let us determine the following statements as true or false. Number 1. The crystallized minerals in the ocean floor have magnetic property. True or false? The answer is true. Number 2. Materials like rocks and sediments in the mid-ocean ridge are younger compared from afar. True or false? The answer is true. Number 3. Coal is a product of compaction and decomposition of plants. True or false? The answer is true. Number 4. Continents are once joined together as a single continent called Pantalasa. True or false? The answer is false. And number 5, magnetic field anomaly is in rocks from mid-ocean floor are classified as normal or reverse polarity. True or false? The answer is false. It should be magnetic reversal. Congratulations! Before we end our video for today, I would like to thank the following website for the photos and video that is being used in this video lesson. I do not own them, so I would like to thank these websites. Thank you and God bless. And I also would like to thank you guys for listening to our video lesson. I hope it will help you to answer your module. Thank you once again, God bless, and take care always.